With the Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals being pretty much next month, Banlist season is officially here. I think it's been about a month or two since the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Banlist, and the players are searching on YouTube, searching on Facebook groups, and making multiple discussions on what should get hit on the next Banlist. Now, in this video, I'm just going to go over why I think might happen on the next Banlist, and just talk about what I think is going to happen post-Banlist. So, I'm just going to shoot straight into it, man. Right now, I personally don't think we're gonna get a ban list until after Nationals. I think if Konami dropped a ban list on us mid-format right now, it'd be kind of goofy. Here's why. Other countries ain't got to play the format under the current ban list, but not only that, there's not really much you can do to shake things up in this format, unless without just completely obliterating decks. Because on one end, what are you gonna hit in Rise that hasn't already been hit? Same thing with Malice. And if you look at the tournament results of like these different YCSs, these different nationals, yeah, Mitsu Rizal was the best deck, but Top Cut is just not all Mitsu Rizal. Memento literally just won one of the most recent YCSs over the past couple of weekends. And it's almost been like a trifecta format where you got Memento at the bottom of the best decks, Malice, the second best deck, Rizal variants, which is pretty much Heraldic Rizal, which shocked the hell out of me. And then you have Mitsu Rizal opposite the number one. A lot of people are really adapting to the format and are filtering out the pros and the cons of each variant, and it pretty much goes to most play styles. And the only thing they can really do right now, if I'm being honest with you, and what I'm personally think might happen if something does get hit, is hit Mitsu Rizal. Now, when you look at Mitsu Rizal, what can they really hit? Like I said, you can't touch the Rizal engine without completely destroying the Rizal deck. Like, let's say for them they pick EXT to 1, leave everything else at 2. The deck could be pretty much hurt. It won't be dead, but it'll be hurt. Same thing with in hitting it like a sword or ice. Same thing. I think the main Rizal core is really at a balanced peak because when I was playing pure Rizal, it felt like a good deck, but a fair good deck. It didn't feel too overpowered compared to the Mitsu build and the Heraldic build, where when those builds go off, you have multitude of things to play. So when I'm playing like the Mitsu build, for example, right? When I'm popping off of that deck, I literally can just go through many different routes in a turn and end me on my detonator board, plus a pseudo Omni Negate, plus a recovery, which is a board right. It's really good on breaking down resources, which is why I think they're going to hit, if anything, they're just going to hit the Mitsurugi engine. I think that deck is absurd. And I know it's Konami's new deck, but with more potential Mitsurugi support coming in the future, I can definitely see a world where they hit the Ame no Habakiri Mitsurugi down to 1 if they hit anything in the Mitsurugi deck, because Mitsurugi Rizal deck, because that's like the really only busted card in that deck, and it kind of made the Mitsurugi deck have many different routes to go. It is the heart and soul of the pure Mitsurugi build, and I don't play pure, so let me know if you do play pure. If you pit Ame no Habakiri to 1, would it destroy pure in the comments down below? I'd love to hear from you guys who play the pure builds. But I know for Mitsurugi Rizal, it wouldn't kill the deck, but it'd tamper its consistency. And obviously, if you hit that, you gotta hit everything else up under it. Should they hit Memento? I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to hit that deck. I'll probably say limits on their consistency. But then again, Memento is kind of like Fire King, where there's like it's a really good deck. You gotta have a really skillful pilot, but you really don't know. You can't really hit it without destroying it. Maybe hit the Momentum Fusion down to 1 so they can't spam out too many things. I don't know. I don't think the deck deserves to get hit because it's just a really good counter to the current metagame. But I do see Malice getting hit. I can potentially see Malice, March Hare going down to 2 to 1, honestly. And that's mainly because, like, even though Malice really ain't winning this format, if you in a world where you hit Rizal and give Malice a little bit more power to play, Malice becomes damn near unstoppable. Malice's main issue is Lancia and it bricks. So you can't really hit it too much without destroying it. But if you hit everything else, it might just give it that much more power to do good. And Malice did, I think, win one national event like overseas. So the Malice deck is still good, but I don't think we're gonna hit many hits at all on the ban list when we do get a ban list. However, I do think we're gonna get some stuff back. I can see a world where we can potentially get either Max C back, maybe, and or Heavy Storm, things like that, like the OCG. Heavy Storm is because OCG has had it for a while. It's not really overpowered over there. Back row hate, yeah, we have Lightning Storm, Feather Duster in the current metagame, but I can see a world where back row hate might be needed more than it is now because right now you can kind of don't have to side deck Lightning Storm or Regek and Feather Duster. Or you can. It really depends on the player. It's like player preference type of thing, depending on what deck you're going to be scared of. However, going into the future, I'm gonna start just noticing a trend of Konami like favoring the stun type of decks, like a Blue Eyes deck. Heroes is essentially gonna be a stun deck slash pseudo OTK deck. Then a lot of these other decks as well are starting to run a lot of different back row, different continuous spells, like Fire King, for example. So I can see a world where Konami bring back Heavy Storm and give us an additional back row removal. In addition to maybe some other cards we haven't think of, like I'm always calling for windups. I'm always calling for just different things that if they brought it back off the ban list, it's just not gonna matter too much. But I don't really know exactly what it's gonna be because when they have like different things, like there's not really much you can predict when it comes to doing stuff, bring it back. The best prediction you can kind of do is what's gonna make them the most money. Look at the reprint sets. They have reprinted Maxi, which is why I said Maxi could potentially come back. In addition to that, OCG has Maxi, and with the way the game is now, if Maxi came back, would it really be that much of an issue? We have one player, a group of players saying Maxi will be completely busted, it'll ruin the game. Then we have another group of players saying, well, we have more Charmies and we're fine, so Maxi should be fine. And even though more Charmies are more of a balanced version of Maxi, the benefit of Maxi is you can do it anywhere in a turn, and it kind of adds another hand trap to the card pool that if it comes back as an auto staple, and whoever draws it and set up their board, they're gonna have a huge advantage. But we're already kind of in a game state like that anyway. Like how many people are running that can draw right now? If you combo off, have a Droll in your hand or a Nibiru, you're pretty much in a good position. I can see a world where Konami maybe tamper with us, give us an experimental Max C for a format to see how it plays out, and then banning it right back again or keeping it depending on how much player complaints that we get. Konami has done this before, like a long time ago when they gave us what card came out? It was a card that came off the ban, 6 cents off the ban list. This is like 2017, 2016. 6 cents, I think, either got printed for the first time in America or whatever, but it was banned in the OCG. People thought it was going to get banned on release, but no, it was legal for a while and instantly got banned literally a format or two afterwards because people just realized how goofy it is. And in all honesty, really, I think for you guys that are not playing in nationals right now, that's going to be going to locals, sell your stuff if you're playing meta and get ready for the next format. We have K9 coming out. We have Vanquish, so on the rise. A lot of people are really focusing on studying the OCG to pick up these newer decks for the next format. So if you guys don't know what website to use, roadtotheking.com. Awesome format. I mean, awesome website to study any format in the OCG. They drop deck lists like weekly, and they don't really do discussion. They do articles, so you guys can read that if you're into that type of thing. But mainly just deck lists, see what trending in the OCG, and go from there. Or you can do Yugioh organization. Although I've noticed that Yugioh organization don't drop as many deck lists as they do recently. And if you guys are on Facebook, some of the better Facebook pages you guys can follow is like Carlancho store. They post OCG profiles in a while, every once in a while. And Ready for Duels, like another good Facebook page that posts like OCG stuff. And random Twitter pages, I don't know their names, but best website I've seen that's consistent is roadtotheking.com. That's how a lot of players knew about Shark Riser before it came out. And that's how a lot of people knew about the whole Evil Swarm Ouroboros stuff before it came out. And obviously a lot of the pros, they talk to pros in Japan and make their deck list and go from there. But like overall, man, I wouldn't even sweat getting a ban list format just to wrap this video up. I think we're not gonna get one until like after Nats. If Konami was smart, they would utilize the TCG Nats to announce the next ban list because it's technically the end of the TCG season. It's one of their biggest tournaments of the year. Well, scratch that. We might get some more European nationals after that, but you know, whatever nationals they want to drop it at, the last nationals of the year, drop the information on the ban list and go from there. That would get players hyped up for the next format because we're gonna go into after nationals into worlds, after worlds into a regional season. I don't think it's not gonna stop. So we have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh to do, and I'm personally just waiting for the new hero stuff to drop so I can play my new hero deck and pick this Rizo deck in retirement. So, with all that being said, man, this is my pseudo banlist predictions. This is really realistically what I think is going to happen in the next format. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about what might happen in the next format in the comments down below. What cards you guys think what cards you guys think are going to get banned? Let me know. And for you guys that made it to this far into the video, be sure to check out my sponsors in the description down below. I got Imperium Duels for 10% off and TradingCardMint.com. Save your guys some money on all the Yu-Gi-Oh product you want by 7% with my code ROGUE7. And if you guys made it this far into the video, put hashtag Rogue Hero in the chat or hashtag Rogue Army. This is let me know you guys made it to the end. Boost your boy in the algorithm. We're almost at 23K subs. And I'm trying to grind with a new video every other night while I'm working a 9 to 5. So support myself if I can be a full-time YouTuber eventually. All right, man, it's your boy Rogue, and I'm out of here. Peace. See you guys in the next video. Also, I filmed the vlog, so be on the lookout for that. I just got in from locals. I did pretty good, so yeah. Y'all stay tuned.